Imagine you were standing at the base of a mountain. You've spent years in the valley, living a life of average comfort and quiet desperation. But today, you decide to climb. You pack your bags, you lace your boots, and you tell the people closest to you, your friends, your family, your inner circle, that you are heading for the summit. You expect cheers, you expect a send-off, but instead, you feel a cold wind. You hear subtle warnings disguised as concern. You see eye rolls when you aren't looking. This is the moment most people turn back. They mistake this social friction for love. They think their circle is protecting them from the danger of the climb. In reality, they aren't protecting you. They are protecting themselves from the mirror you were holding up to their own stagnation. Today, we decode the darkest social phenomenon in the human playbook, the crab mentality. We will discuss why the people who claim to love you are often the ones most terrified of your success, and how to identify the silent anchors before they pull you under for good. To understand this, we have to look at the literal origin of the term. If you put a single crab in a bucket, it will easily climb out and find freedom. But if you put a dozen crabs in that same bucket, none of them will escape. The moment one crab reaches the rim, the others will reach up, grab its legs, and pull it back down to the bottom. If the crab persists and tries to escape again, the others will eventually turn violent, breaking its claws or even killing it to ensure it stays in the pile. Biologically, this isn't hatred, it's a primitive survival mechanism. For a crab, leaving the group means entering the unknown. The group stays together to stay safe. But in the human world, this biological safety net becomes a psychological prison. When you decide to improve, whether it's starting a business, losing weight, or mastering your mind, you are breaking the social contract of your group. You are telling the rest of the crabs that the bucket is optional. And for someone who isn't ready to leave, that is an unforgivable insult. The mirror effect. Why your success hurts them. Why does your success feel like a personal attack to your friends? It's called the mirror effect. Most people live in a state of comfortable delusion. They tell themselves they haven't succeeded because the economy is bad, because they don't have time, or because the world is rigged against them. This story allows them to sleep at night. But then you come along. You have the same background, the same resources, and the same 24 hours, and yet you start winning. Suddenly, their excuses don't work anymore. If you can do it, it means they could have done it too, but didn't. Your growth is a physical proof of their laziness. To stop the pain of this realization, they have two choices. One, they can work harder to catch up to you, which is painful. Two, they can pull you back down to their level so the mirror disappears, which is easy. Most people will choose the easy path. They will use backhanded compliments, small jokes about your new habits, and concern about how much you've changed. These are the claws of the crab, reaching for your ankles. The concern trap. Sabotage disguised as love. The most dangerous form of the crab mentality is the one that sounds like support. Watch for the concern trap. It sounds like this: I'm just worried you're working too hard. Or, don't get your hopes too high. I don't want to see you get hurt. This is highly effective because it bypasses your defenses. You think they are looking out for you, so you listen. You slow down. You lower your expectations. You stay in the bucket because you don't want to worry them. In dark psychology, this is a form of emotional gaslighting. They are using your empathy against you to maintain the status quo. They don't want you to be safe, they want you to be relatable. They want the person they used to be able to complain with. If you become a high achiever, you are no longer a peer. You are a reminder of what they failed to become. True friends will push you toward the rim of the bucket. The crabs will try to convince you that the view from the bottom is better anyway. Mastering the escape. How to leave the bucket. So, How do you handle this without losing your mind? First, the information diet. Stop sharing your Phase 1 plans with people who are still in Phase 0. If you are building a new life, keep the blueprints private. Give them the results, not the process. Second, expect the friction. When you start improving and your friends start acting weird, don't get angry. Realize that you have successfully triggered their insecurities. It is a sign that you are actually growing. Their resistance is your confirmation. Third, find a new bucket. You cannot convince a crab to want the ocean. You have to find people who are already at the rim or people who have already climbed out. Your environment determines your height. If you stay in a bucket of crabs, you will eventually lose your claws. If you join a flight of eagles, you will learn to use your wings. The epilogue, the price of the summit. The climb is lonely. The rim of the bucket is a cold place to stand. Many people climb back down just to feel the warmth of the group again. But that warmth is the heat of a cooking pot. You have to decide, do you want the comfort of the crowd or the freedom of the peak? You cannot have both. If you're ready to leave the bucket behind and master the psychology of the 1%, subscribe to PsyInsights. We are building a new circle here. Stay hidden, stay focused, keep climbing. I'll see you at the top.